Hello there, and welcome to the very first episode of Monster Madness. Now we're just going to give it a little try here. This is like my big debut. But anyway, I'm in ZBrush. I've got my favourite tools all set up. Well, I say set up, I've just opened them up and I've created a little sphere here which has got Dynamesh, pretty much with like the blur on 0 settings and thickness on 2. Switched up the resolution to 128. So yeah, like this is just the beginning point really. I mean, when I start sculpting, I mean, the whole idea of Monster Madness is that I'm just going to be kind of freely creating anything that pops in my head. It could be a monster, it could be a character, it could be like inspired by a movie or a TV show or something. Anyway, I'm just going to start with something simple here. So the sphere, what could I create with this sphere? What sort of monster do I want to create? What about, I don't know, like a snail monster? So let's start pulling parts out, shall we? Yeah. So we're just going to start like roughing out the shape. I mean, sphere is kind of a good place to start with. I mean, oops. Going to start just creating some things. I can smooth them out later on. Yeah. So we'll pull things out, make it big, kind of thing around here. Smooth it off a little bit. Smooth it off. Yeah. And yeah, you know, I'm not particularly got anything in mind at the moment. I mean, ZBrush is just such an incredible tool. I mean, the stuff you can create with it, it really does feel like you're working with clay a lot of the time. Even if the interface is a little scary at first. Anyone out there who's wanting to wonder how people make games and things, or they make all the games characters and things, they usually use a program like ZBrush to sculpt kind of the high poly characters, and then you can modify them down to game geometry, or even things like Avatar. I know it's quite an old movie now, and like, you know, special effects have moved on and stuff. Like I don't know, Life of Pi was pretty damn amazing. I mean, it's a real shame how the people that made that were treated. I mean, they weren't really given the respect they deserve for, like, my god, what they did with that tiger. Pretty fantastic. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but yeah, you know, it's like, you know, I'm threshing out ideas, I'm putting stuff around. It's just a big red blob at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to start pushing in and creating the shell. I think I'll create the shell first, and maybe like bring in another sphere for the body. We can always join it on later. So we're going to make this pretty damn monstrous. We're going to make this really ugly, deformed. It's already working out deformed. Really like this move tool. Very much just like pulling around a big soft blob or something. But anyway, we're starting to get to a resolution problem now. So let's hold down control. You just drag on the outside, bam. And now when I smooth this out, oh yeah, that's looking a lot better. A lot better. But we're already getting up to 66,000k. Faces, God, you know, like working in the games industry, that would just be ridiculous for a stale shell. I mean, seriously, you know, the boss would not be happy. But this is just the beginning stages. So we're just thinking about stuff. But yeah, okay. So got the basic shape. I'm going to smooth this out. It's kind of nice and lumpy and bumpy and things. And yeah, and then well. We all know that snails want maybe switch over to the inflate tool. I like the inflate tool, just adding a bit more bump onto places. Shift it, yeah. But we all know that snails have kind of a spiral shape to them. So what should we use to make the spiral shape? How about the damn standard tool? I don't know who this damn guy is, but he's damn good in my opinion. And we're going to see, yes, it's going to subtract. I'm just going to kind of sculpt the lines for it. So that's a little bit too big on the brush. Let's bring that down, bring the focus down a little bit. And so yeah, we're just going to like, nope. So it's pretty big as it comes out, and then it comes in and kind of spirals in. You know what, I'm still not happy with that spiral. Alright, so maybe it comes in like this, and we bring the draw size down even more, make it even sharper. Yeah, real sharp, and then bring down the intensity a bit. So Yeah, we got this bit coming up here. Maybe this bit coming around. Yeah. So let's bring it around. Bring it around. And I've already messed up. And once we go again. Okay, we're coming around into the center. And so that's the beginning of it. Let's use that as the basic plan. So it's probably going to be thicker in the center part. Maybe let's bring out the old standard tool. Should we bring out the standard tool? I think we should bring out the standard tool. So this one's going to be a bit bigger. We're just going to pull out a little bit. Yeah. So right around here it's all going to be a little bit bigger. A little bit wider. And I'm just like mirroring everything over to the other side. So we bring it up here. And maybe put some more flail bits on the bottom part where it's kind of like cruising on the ground. Cruising on the ground. Yeah. And then we're going to switch this to sub. We're going to switch this down. And we're just going to like reinforce this kind of shape coming around here. So yeah, we can smooth this out. It's cool. We can smooth it out. And we're going to bring it round. I don't like that. Yeah, so you know, I didn't come from necessarily a sculpting background so much my art thing. I mean, like you know, let's go all the way back. Yeah, so I mainly started out as a animator, getting into the kind of TV, film, animation industry. You know, I've still got big dreams, and I'm kind of fascinated by everything that gets put into making these films and characters and stuff. No way. You know, like going back to kind of really early films, like even like the Neverending Story. I don't know how many of you people were alive when the Neverending Story came out. It makes me feel old, but even then they were terrible special effects, but they absolutely captivated me as a kid. I mean, like this whole kind of fantasy thing, like on the picture you can just make anything you want, you can create anything. And back then they were just basically blasting lasers and light and stuff at film, just to try and, you know, make weird stuff happen. I mean, I don't know how many of you seen what's it called, 2001 Space Odyssey, but that was just basically coloured images projected in weird ways, and people even like kind of broken them down and worked out, and they're just like pictures of glass and things like that just been wrapped around, but it creates a cool kind of laser effects kind of shooting along, and yeah, generally just blew people's minds back then. Absolutely blew people's minds. Anyway, let's keep on with the kind of sculpting and things of the things. I've got kind of like a kind of shell, so you can kind of see the shell effect here, but it's all very lumpy. All kind of like basically this snail just took a swim in some radioactive liquid. He thought he could become like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Yeah, well that's relevant. Yeah, there's a new film coming out, so there'll be new people aware of this program, which some of you kids will be like, what? Like some sort of mutant turtle thing? Why would that be cool? Like, you know, they're ninjas. I mean, they're freaking ninjas, okay? I mean, I don't even need to explain myself, I don't think. They're ninjas, even though like they've been created by the same people that destroyed my heart, Transformers. I mean, why? Just why? I mean, they were Transformers. They were perfect. They were great. Anyway, I didn't mean to do that. Let's load it all. Really? Yeah. Let's Okay, I'm gonna take a break for a moment. Yeah, this seems like a good time to take a break. So see you all in a second.